God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
Detroit, what up? What up? Bro, something up out there. Ish, I see you. Short Speak Podcast. Detroit, y'all better tune in. Short Speak. Trent, what up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Shore Speak Podcast. So, today we have the opportunity to interview a Detroit artist. Shout out to Detroit by the name of Smoove. Check him out. His name is not Smoove for just any reason. The man is Smoove. I got to give it to him. So we talked about how Smoove come up with his lyrics, what he doing right now, and we talked about him working with producer from the UK by the name of Yaz. Shout out to Yaz. So y'all take a listen to this interview and catch some of these nuggets, and I'll catch y'all down at the end.
Detroit, what up? What up? Bro, something up out there. Ish, I see you.
What's up, Smoove? Thank you for giving us some of your time. I really appreciate you giving me this interview, and I know you out here killing it, smashing the scene. I want to know, how did you come up? How did you get started in music? What got you out here?
Thank you, by the way, for having me back on the show. But it was my uncle Freeze. As a child, he always was like, try to get in the studio. Like come over here and record rap. I'm like, nah, I'm not really that big into music around the time. So one day, I heard like Tupac and Nas on the radio, and I was like, yeah, sound pretty dope, For like me being a kid, I like being outside. I like to enjoy my life as a kid.
Right.
So I was like, forget it. Let me try to write some music down. Called my uncle, went over there. I recorded my first track. It was to a it was to a Floetry beat, which is funny because I was like really into poetry back in the day. But that's how I started off. My uncle was a rapper, and I have a cousin who was also a group member of Salt and Pepper. So I mean Supersonic. I'm sorry about that. Supersonic. It's been in my family. I just like never like honestly put myself in the shoes of being an artist. That's what it is, to be honest.
But since you found yourself, you are amazing. Just your lyrics, I haven't even gotten to the Breakfast in Bed, but that's one of my favorite ones. Since I heard that, I'd just be like, wow, because you did the wordplay on it so scantless. And it means so much, though. Just the words that you use, and they just average words, but the way that you use them will make the song so out cold. But for sure, before we even get to that, I know you were saying that you said your father is from California.
No, my mother's from California. My father's from New York. He's from Harlem. My mama's from LA.
Okay, so but you grew up here in Detroit.
Oh yes, I did. But I traveled back and forth. Our boss mainly was in New York. I probably went to LA maybe once or twice in my childhood years. But I've been in New York majority of the time because it was like it was closer, So that's how like I got my I would say I got my research and everything. Just being around family in New York and being around some of my family in LA and just trying to like blend it together and figure out who I am in this family. So
right,
that's the main part of that.
Okay, so my question is, with these lyrics, when you coming up with these lyrics, I know you told me this before, but how are you coming up with these lyrics? What's your motivation? Because your wordplay is amazing.
Well, my motivation is to like not sound like nobody else, or not try to like steal nobody else's wordplay, or steal their creativity. So what I do is I listen to like Big L, Jay-Z, Ludacris, some of the newer people today too, pretty dope as well. I get on that, and even like the JIDs, the J. Cole's, and Kendricks. Like I listen to them, like all these guys' wordplay and lyrics is like scandalous, crazy. So I gotta like make sure I can like blend in with this type of time and crowd. Because if I don't, then they're gonna be looking at me like, who is this kid? So I would literally like sit back and be in like research mode, and like I will, like I told you before, I meditate, so I find my airwaves and like my vocals to bend, so I would like figure out which word is good for me to use, and like I would literally write a full verse of my lyrics, and then I will rewrite it to replace the words to see how it flows. So once I figure out that pattern when I write the second verse, I rap the first verse again, and I'm like, no, see, the second verse flows better than the first verse, so I'm gonna stick with this one. And then I would like keep the first verse just in case. So I'm gonna use it for the second one, then flip the words around. Like it just weird how I do things. Cause like even as a child, my mother used to scramble up words like Mississippi or like my name or Detroit. She just scramble up anything, and then she give me a time frame to like figure out what this word is at her scramble. So it'd be easy for me to like put things together real quick because like, I'm so used to like working off scrambled words. So it would be easy for me to put anything together. Like even like the word omelet, I can use omelet in a different sentence than anybody else would do it. Like I'm gonna let you know when I'm just saying omelet again, you know. So I just try to like be creative with what I'm doing and what I'm saying to like give people the entertainment of energy that they've been looking for. Because everybody just so like, lamb, I'm giving to you instead of just giving it to you in a scrambled way. And then, but now hold on, let me run that back. How did he say it again? What did he say? So then I want to get them like an Easter egg hunt for my music. Like let me try to find out what he's talking about. You know, let me try to find out how this man put this together. So that's what I'm trying to do. To like even give myself a challenge to write, because I don't like just write anything and then just be like, oh, he just rushed through that, you know. And that's mainly what it is. I like really will sit back and I write the whole verse out, and I like, let me write this again on another sheet of paper and see how this comes out. And on the second one, it'd be the same way, but it'd be like way smoother. And I was like, no, what? This is the one right here. And I just like keep on running with that like program, because that's a program my mom put me on. To be honest, if you're not comfortable with the first thing you do, there's nothing wrong with it going over it again, because you might see what you missed and be able to put a different piece that fit better than the first piece you put. So I just like, you know, let me take my time and make sure like before I get this out to the people that it's cool with me, because you don't want to just give anything out and they be looking like, you don't care about what you're doing or what you're saying, so why should I? You know, it's all about, you know, first appearance. So you know, if you don't sound good or look good, then you might not want to put that out there, because you might be like, oh, he don't care about what he's doing, you know. So that's my main thing. Even with Breakfast in Bed, I wrote that track probably like in a day, but I already knew what I wanted to talk about, because like when I heard the beat, I was like something sexual, but I don't want to be raunchy and raw, saying things like basically if I want that song on the radio, I can't say no, you know, them type of words. I gotta like put it in metaphorically breakfast term, you know.
Right.
That's how I was doing it. So I still want to get that song pushed out to the radio. I just been putting it on hold for like other personal issues and everything, but that's my main goal, to like use my environment around me so I can like put it into my music instead of just always using like negative words in my music, or just
or guns or all that shooting stuff.
Yeah, you know, you know, because like that's what we're known for. But I mean, we got to produce that to our community, right. So I try to give them something different, you know.
Yeah, you definitely do. So how long have you been meditating? Because like I was telling you last time we talked, sometimes I have to go down to the water. I can meditate at home and in my room, you know, and take time, but it really worked for me by the water. That's my thing. So how long have you been into meditating?
I really started meditating probably, I say about 4 or 5 years ago. I was just drained emotionally, physically, and mentally. And like one day, I just like laid down. I'm just tired, you know. Let me put on some relaxing music. And I started like reading a little bit too as I'm doing all this. And I was like, let me just try to meditate. And like it was like my first time I ever meditated. It was like being high again. To be honest, it was like I was so relaxed and relieved. My body was like literally fell asleep, but I felt like I was still woke. And I was kind of scared, but I was like, you know what, this actually feels good. I need to start doing this more often, because a lot of the stress I was holding in, that I couldn't get on nobody else. It just left itself. And I was like, no, this is what the body and my mind needs. I need to start eating healthier too. But besides all that, that's what I do when I feel myself getting overwhelmed or overheated. I just go to like a quiet room, or I put my headphones on, and I just like, it's this breathing technique that I be like, I kind of build myself, but I also got it from the meditation videos I got. You'll breathe in 5 times, you'll breathe out 5 times. Sometimes you'll hold your breath for like 10 seconds, just to gather all that negative toxic, and then just release it, and then just let that silence of passion, just rejuvenate your positive like elements and everything inside you. Because if you don't, you'll drive yourself crazy just trying to go on without giving your mind a peace of mind. You'll just be mad, you'll be angry, you'll be frustrated, and you'll just end up having a stroke, or you'll just end up losing everything because you're not giving yourself time to think, time to breathe. You're not giving yourself time at all. So that's why I think meditation is key, because everybody needs time to think, to time to move, to time to like really understand what they're going through, instead of just like, I'm alright.
Right.
But you're not really alright. You don't know what your body going through, because you frustrated right now. But you want to put on that coat of, I'm alright, I don't need to talk to nobody. But sometimes we need to open that coat and let somebody in to talk to us. Even if it's just like you talk to yourself. Like, you know yourself better than anybody else, so there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think so. You hit the nail right on the head with that one, because that is exactly what happens when I meditate. I feel good. I'm relieved. I'm back to positive energy, sending it out, receiving it, and moving along about my day, and realizing that things that happened yesterday I can't change, so I got to get up and move forward. But on another token, because I'm a spiritual person, I'm soulful, I love all that good stuff. But how did you run into Yaz again? So Yaz is a producer from the UK. Yaz is out here making beats like crazy that we wouldn't even expect him to be making. But how did you link up with Yaz?
Shout out to my man Yaz. He actually found me. I thought it was like a scam, maybe. I was like, let me just give him a chance, because I don't know. So he was like, hey, man, I heard your music. You're mad dope. And I see you from Detroit, and I got a project I'm working on that I need everybody from different cities and states to be on. So can we have a Zoom meeting? Then I was like, yeah. Like, you want to Zoom meeting face to face? That let me know that you're serious. You're not a scam. We're not on bull crap. Let's do this. So I set up a day. He played beats on me on that day, and I was like just blown out the water. Like, wow, this man has some amazing sounds. It brings back the 90s to me, and that's when I was in love with music, like TLC, Tupac, Biggie, all that. And it's like the sounds he had was like run up that alley.
Okay.
I was like, no, boy, I definitely want to work with you. So he sent me a KRS-One sample, was crazy, and I named the song Police, because the sample says this is the sound of the police. So it's kind of like I would say like a stand-up song to the police, but it's not like necessarily disrespecting the police like NWA. Shout out to NWA, but I'm letting people know, like, be careful out here. No matter what you do, you can go across the street and the police will still beat you up. And that's just how like I put my message out to that track, because like he loved it too. I know he would, because he going through the same thing that we going through over here. So I feel like him made a solid bridge by just with his beats and my style of lyrics, and we can like really create something positive
for the world, though, because it's going from like you said, from the States all the way over there. So yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to Yaz. He keep me in the loop.
Yes, he do.
So what are you guys working on right now?
Well, I just recorded my single. It's called Working. I'm working on my album, like I told you before. It's called Ears of the Student. So right now, I'm pushing that. It's going to be out in July. But him and I, we're working on a video for the Police track. And I got another song that he sent me too. I named it LOL, which means love or lust. And I'm about to get to that pretty soon as well. So I just want to like give people a whole different vibe, a feeling of like what I can create. I don't want to just keep sounding the same. I want to evolve with what I do. And I know that's what Yaz plan too, to evolve as a family together in this business. So I just want to make sure like I give him my all, because I know he'll give me his all. I want to be a half, because I know he don't give me half. So it's just best to like just give each other the whole 150%, so we can just keep pushing forward. Because without him, I would never linked up with you guys. That's why I like really got to give a shout out to him, because I see how serious he is, and I want him to know that I'm serious too.
Yeah, yes, he is 100. I linked up with him on Facebook, and I sent him some music of somebody that I interviewed, and he really liked it. But the person who music I sent them, I guess they was on their own project and they didn't have time or whatever. But he been keeping up with me ever since then. No matter what I'm doing, interviews, if I'm trying to start a radio, whatever I'm doing, he like, okay, that's cool, that's what's up. So shout out to Yaz all day.
Yeah, for real, you gotta be relentless, because like the more relentless and ambitious you are, things gonna start to get easier. I ain't saying like it's gonna be like handed to you, but you're gonna know like where to go, what to do, and what to say. And that in this business, you gotta know them three things: what to do, where to go, and what to say. Because if you don't know none of that, you'll be lost, and you don't want to be lost in something you believe that's for you, because then you'll be discouraged. And I've been there before, so I had to like just really put my discouragement to the side, like insecurities and stuff like that. Because like I had a problem with my voice for a long time. I didn't like how I sounded. I didn't like any of it, because I'm like, I don't sound like nobody from Detroit. They're not gonna like me. Like, to be honest, like that's why I felt like I felt the past show on the 13th, but everybody loved it. And I was like, oh, like cool.
Wow, so you didn't know that the thing that you don't like about yourself is actually the thing that sets you apart and make you unique and really make you you. That's crazy that you say that you had a problem with that, and that was probably kind of like holding you back from doing what you should be doing, because that's you. That's your voice. The uniqueness in you is part of your voice. So
you're right about that, and I'm like finally learning to accept that, because this is how I sound. This is me, and the more comfortable I be with that, the more easy things will flow. So that's what I got to understand.
Yeah, it takes time though, so don't be hard on yourself. We all in the learning stage. No matter what age you is, how much you think you know, we all in the learning stage. That's for sure.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. But it's been amazing. Like, this is our second interview. It's stuff that I know I didn't get a chance to get out in this one that we got out in the first one. Shout out to Smoove, everybody. Y'all gotta go check his music out. I'm gonna play some of his music once I put this live. But I just really appreciate you giving me your time. So
I just want to get on my Instagram. Y'all can follow me at Too Smoove for TV. That's TUSMOOVE for TV. Even my Instagram is Too Smoove for TV. TUSMOOVE for TV.
Okay, so everybody go out there to Instagram. Say it again, Smoove.
TUSMOOVE for TV, the number 4. Yep.
TUSMOOVE, the number 4 TV.
Yep, and that's my YouTube channel as well.
Shout out to Smoove from Detroit. So we gonna play some of your music before we put this interview out here. And I'm gonna send you a link when I send the interview actually out. So I just recorded it, but once I edit it, I'm gonna send you the link. Give me probably a day, because I'm not even about to do it right at this moment, but I'm about to get on it. So that was our second interview with Smoove. I had a good time talking to him. Smoove is real down to earth. You guys got to catch up with some of this music, because he's dropping it, okay? He's dropping it for real. Thank you for tuning in to the Short Speak podcast, and stay tuned. We got another one coming for you. Peace.